Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation.
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac,
I'm Wesley.
and this is the show. Breaking news, man. The jury, which deliberated for just under 3 hours, returned a guilty verdict on all three charges for Hunter Biden, which stemmed from a revolver Hunter Biden bought back in October 2018 at a Delaware gun shop. The first two counts were for lying about his drug use on a federal background check form, and the third count was for possessing a gun while addicted to or using illegal drugs. Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison and a fine up to $750,000 at sentencing, though he likely will receive far less than the maximum as a first-time offender. Before dismissing the parties, the judge told them sentencing is usually set for 120 days following a verdict, which means it's likely to happen before Election Day.
Yeah, man. This is I feel like this is out of control. Period. If we feel like I feel like this. You know how they have dispensaries set up in pretty much in most major states right now?
Yeah,
So if
that
they
have
were to go
legal marijuana.
make legal marijuana. So if they were to go pool the rolls, which most people go in there and they give their phone number so they can earn reward points or whatever they're going to get, correct?
Yeah.
So if they were to pool their phone number and then cross-reference that with if they bought a firearm in the midst of them buying marijuana, that's a charge. If you've been drinking, and if they want to consider you an alcoholic, that's a charge. You've been taking pain medication, not saying like extreme, say it's Tylenol pain medication, and they consider you addicted to that. That's a charge. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marijuana was once a Schedule I drug. So that's considered an addictive drug, which we all know. I mean, it has its addictive nature, but not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like they've gone way too far, man. They're reaching, they're overstepping their boundaries, man. This guy, man, who actually found Hunter Biden guilty is a Trump appointee. His name was Weiss or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He's also got Hunter Biden on a case in California right now for tax, like basically for tax evasion, pretty much. He said he owed like $1.4 million in taxes or something like that, that he didn't pay since like either like I think it was 2019 or something from 2016 to 2019. He owes $1.4 million in taxes. And so they're charging him with that. He's scheduled to go to trial in Los Angeles for that in September 5th. This guy sounds like because he went to trial in Wilmington, Delaware, which is their hometown, which they brought this all up in. And this guy is basically following him around the United States, looking for crimes that he's possibly committed. You know, this whole thing comes from basically they went back and they got photos, bank records, and everything. And this is how they traced it all back to him. They had to go through all this work to basically say, oh, you bought a gun illegally because you signed a piece of paper that said you were not in the throes of addiction, which they have no proof of.
They just went digging for something. They found it. It's like when somebody goes to when your spouse goes to your phone looking for something, then they find it. Like, oh, you texted this girl 2 years ago on March 8th, 2018. You know what I mean?
They can say anything about anybody right now. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the NRA needs to step in and say something about this, but they won't.
No,
they won't. No. We both know why they won't step in and say anything, because
I just want to see how much time he's going to get, because, you know, everyone else is laughing like, bro, that could be you, and you ain't got money for no $10,000 lawyer to save you.
I mean, and they're like, oh, I seen a guy on our page laughing about it. Oh, it sounds like Hunter Biden's this, that, and third. I'm like, he's a Trump fan. I'm thinking like, man, Hunter Biden is the son of the president. This isn't the president. This is his son. You know,
you ain't doing nothing. Like his son was a drug addict.
You actually got your guy who you're pushing for to be president got 34 felonies and should be doing prison time. And counting. That was the first time. He was the first case he had, got 34 of them racked up on him.
No, the first one they hit him for what, $3 billion or something like that.
No, I think it was like a few $100 million. I know.
Yeah, 300 million. Yeah.
Something like that. The girl got hit. He got hit pretty good with a few $100 million, something like that. Civil case. But it's just right now, it's just crazy because he put out a statement today talking about Hunter Biden, and he was like, best wishes to Hunter Biden and whatever else. Then he redacted that part of the statement. They took that back off, with the best wishes to Hunter Biden. It was all the Biden crime family. But, you know, during the whole statement, we're saying that. Then at the bottom, it was like, best wishes. Hopefully he can in recovery for Hunter Biden. Someone must have helped him write that part. Then they went back and redacted that in part of it about best wishes. So it's like, this guy, man, it's just a joke.
Who took it off?
Trump's people. Trump's people wrote a statement.
I bet they're happy about it. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is,
of course they are.
You know, it's funny how they just, I mean, they can do that to anybody. They can go dig through any of your files and figure out people understand we all commit at least 6 crimes a day.
He said at the very least, huh?
At the very least, we all do. Like, if you think about it, you're doing something illegal. That's just basically like somebody seeing a video of you doing something illegal and being like, okay, we're going to charge you to the fullest extent of the law. Even though they don't usually charge people with stuff like that and it don't make no sense.
It's crazy. It doesn't make, this dude don't even have felonies, bro. It's like they can do this to anybody. They can come to you and be like, you're an addict. You sign this paperwork. Now we're going to give you a felony.
They do it to anybody. I have no mercy. I mean, I feel bad for you, bro, but I mean, our court system up here, I got hit with a crime, right? They waited until like 9 months later when I got me a job. They were like, all right, cool. Now we can get him because now he can pay his fine. That's why they don't take homeless people to jail, but they'll take us to jail. They'll be like, oh, we know you got some money.
This is a pretty like low dig right here for them to go after this. And to me, it really should frighten all Americans at this point.
No, not really. I mean, think about it, man. Like they couldn't go after Joe Biden, so they went after his son. They couldn't get Barack Obama, so they went after all the rest of the black folks. Like this is it's just a tactic they do. You know, they're angry, so they have to take that anger out on somebody. It's sad because, you know, instead of looking at this man and being like, all right, sir, you are under the influence of drugs, just like a majority of their family members are. Like,
but
America,
you hadn't committed any real crimes either. You hadn't committed any real crimes.
Think about it, nobody was hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's a victimless crime.
You know who used that? You know who used that rhetoric right there?
Who?
Trump. Same thing they said too. No, I'm just saying it. So the people who were saying this is a victimless crime, blah, 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 blah. They were all saying that about Trump, but now they're all laughing and pointing at Hunter Biden. But it's like, Hunter Biden, man, nobody voted for Hunter Biden. I don't think Hunter Biden got one vote in the presidential election. I don't think he's gotten one vote in any election at all.
That gorilla that got shot, Harbe, he got more votes than Hunter Biden.
Got more votes than Hunter Biden. You know what I mean? So this is just, I don't even know what to say about it, man. It's just,
I mean, and like I said, like you said, they can come after anybody. And anybody, man. And they're not going to televise your court hearing. Ain't nobody going to write no articles about it. They're just going to lock you up.
He's facing 25 years. They're talking about in a $750,000 fine for buying a gun.
He's going to get the max fine and 5 years probation.
$750,000, bro, for buying a gun. You're not even a felon. You're not even a criminal. You're not a criminal at all. He hadn't done anything wrong, period.
Except for have a drug addiction, like most Americans do.
They talk about drug addictions. They've created classes and everything for their kids who got drug addictions. They don't care about drug addictions. They don't care about any of that. Sugars, you can be addicted to sugar, caffeine. You can be addicted to any of those things right there. But to me, it's not even the fact that I'm defending him. I'm defending freedom, period. That's freedom, man. This is a freedom for us to own a firearm because this is what they're telling us now. If this is what we think that is going on with you, if we can go through your records and look and find anything that possibly could be linked into you having some type of an addiction or something that we think is going on. You went and drank at the club too many times last month, then you went and purchased a firearm. Or you went and drank at the bar too many times, which I'm sure a lot of you people who sitting here laughing at Hunter Biden are beer drinkers. You probably have a beer after work every day. That sounds like an addiction to me.
Think about it. You get pulled over for a DUI and you have your pistol in the car. Now they say, well, you were driving drunk. You had access to a gun. They take all your guns away.
This is what they're trying to do, man.
Or they see you get a DUI and they're like, well, you know, maybe you bought those guns when you were drunk. That actually happened to a gentleman like years ago. This was like late 90s, but he had slipped and fell in a Safeway. That's a grocery store for a lot of people don't have them. And he slipped and fell. And so they figured out, and he was suing them. So they went through and they pulled his phone number and they figured out that he had bought beer many a times with his phone number on there. So they said that he was probably drunk, and that's how they got out of the lawsuit.
Man, it's crazy, man. Like
the things we do for convenience, they can always turn around on us.
I mean, like I say, man, this is America that we live in right now, and right now we're in the throes of political theater.
And they're attacking people with ultimate white privilege. Yeah. Like think about it. You may be Caucasian, a European American, but you don't have the ultimate white privilege. You can get up there and cry. Yeah, like no, you ain't got.
The only thing they should be going after these people for, man, is January 6th, which is real. I know you like the espionage thing, but I don't know much about that one. I don't know.
That's basically like he's getting charged because he had those documents,
you
know, the top secret documents, and he didn't want to give them back. So they had to raid to come get the documents. And then they found the documents, and there was a lot of them missing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's getting charged with. It's espionage because he sold the shit. If
Yeah,
it
the
weren't
lady.
missing, yeah,
You remember that he got the lady who's saying that she was witness to him showing him off to people who wasn't supposed to see him. He's showing
yeah.
documents to people. It's crazy, man. But that's where we're at. But one other
That
thing,
it's espionage, bro. It's like you're giving away secrets to a foreign government, American secrets. Everyone's like, oh, I mean, that's nothing to lightly blow off. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
not
We
at
in
all.
America, we have our freedom right now to actually blow that off. But if he was to continue that and some country learned a secret about America that made it so they can destroy a certain town or a city or something, are you still gonna be on his side like that? Like, dang, he gave up secrets to a foreign government. Like
I mean,
espionage, bro. That's like espionage and treason. They keep
uh,
calling it insurrection because they want to be nice to the people in there. It's, treason for January 6th,
yeah,
espionage. That's the case I'm monitoring.
yeah, absolutely, man. But